ladies and gentlemen. On today's video, I'm gonna be explaining these two boards and what they do and why I decided to build them with this Klipsch speaker that I actually found in the streets in very good condition, but one of the speaker terminal plugins broke, which I'm gonna show you where I soldered it at. But before I start explaining these boards, look at this background real quick. Amazing, ain't it? God bless this background. So anyway, let's get on with the show. So this first board is called TPA 3116D2. It's a 120 watts per channel, so it has two channels. So basically, both channels is coming out with 120 watts maximum. It's a 4.0 audio Bluetooth receiver, and as you can see right here in this little Bluetooth chip, I actually soldered a wire to make the Bluetooth have more range. This board right here is called it's a step up voltage charger. It's 150 watts, DC to DC, from 10 volts to 32, from 12 volts to 35. So let's get into the back. So here, as we get it lower, let me take it out. Okay. As you can see, they threw it out because one of the speaker terminals button broke. So I just decided to fix it up and put it together. That's about it. So now we're going to see the guts of what makes the speaker sound so beautiful. So here we have some capacitors, some inductors we call you, and some resistors. So basically what this does is it keeps like the low frequency, like let's make an example where you have certain speakers that at low volume it sound incredible, but once they start going higher it sounds all distorted and bad. These components come in handy for that. It keeps the lows on the low when it's high, so it gives you a crispy, loud sound because it's filtering out all the distortion it gets. So amazing job, guys. This Klipsch speaker is awesome. So now put this back in. Yeah, it's rated at 8 ohms for those of you that wanted to see 8 ohms. The next thing to do is put this baby to test, and so y'all can hear how it sounds. Nice and solid, crisp here. $13. Hell of a deal. Boom. So as you see, the board is actually totally upgraded with other components. So just to start off, I'm going to start with the voltage. As you can see here, the board is on the voltage meter. It's telling me 24.1, and I know in the videos it was showing 12 volts. I was testing out the power bank, step-up power bank, to see if it was able to do its job. It came out with A plus. So now I'm going to continue explaining everything that's on top of this Klipsch speaker. Right now I have it running at 24 volts because I have two batteries. They're both 12. I have them converted running into 24 volts. And basically once the batteries are charged, I remove the power supply and let the battery and the board do its job, because the main reason why I built this speaker this way is to make it portable, not to run on power supplies. So to start off, I have the battery, this is the battery line connected into my main power input line. It's coming into my power step-up power bank converter. I'm going to show you a quick picture. Okay, so you was able to get a glimpse how what it does. Basically, right here, this little knob, you can multiply the power. Basically, I put this there just in case, let's say I'm outside and the battery's dying and I want my voltage to get up a little bit. That's my little best friend. So anyway, I'm gonna explain how I have this set up. So my input line, I actually have my input line connected with my voltage meter. Basically, whatever power is coming in through here before I can convert it, I'm seeing it here. And the reason why I have it set up like that is because this voltage meter also has an output for the power. So basically, my input is also my output for the voltage meter, this power step down converter, and my fan. And for my output, I have this step down module just strictly for my audio board. So I'm gonna show you a diagram how I put this and this and this together. Okay, so in the diagram, it showed how you connect the wires with a motor. And basically, the way I have it set up is that from this multimeter, I have the negative and positive coming out, shooting out 24 volts. And then I converted, if you can see it a little closer, right here, a small Phillips screwdriver, you can convert your power where you want it to set at. So I have it set at 11.5 volts. And no matter if I'm using 12 volts or 24 volts, I will get the same voltage coming out. That plays a big role. Basically, this is my step down board for just my audio board, and it has a kill switch. It also has constant current and lets out the watts and the voltage come out smooth. So this is a must-have to protect your board and to regulate the power smooth. So I'm going to show you a quick picture of this board. Boom. So you already know how it works and its functions. And now I'm going to get into the fan. This fan is a 12-volt fan. I actually have it connected with a speaker on the cover. There's actually a speaker cover. I just cut it and used it as a holder, a fan holder. Pretty cool, huh? My imagination takes me far sometimes. And basically, I already explained how it's connected. And as you can see, the main board, which is the audio board, looks brand new. Have new capacitors. I'm going to show you how it looked before. So you got a glimpse of how it looked before. Those caps, they all blew out. And if you, basically, if you're going to have this board, even before those surface caps burn out, just change them. Because they're not going to last too long. And with these caps, this amp has I can say, upgraded to 150% much more. It does the job much better, everything. So let's continue over here with this board because I forgot to tell you about the wiring. Here goes the wires for the negative and the positive. It shoots back around here. And right here I have a fuse. Just in case there's any power surge, that fuse is going to take it before it comes in to the board. And right here I have a wire soldered to the Bluetooth board. That's a little Bluetooth board for those of you who don't who doesn't recognize where's the Bluetooth board. That is where you're gonna find your Bluetooth board at. So right here there was like a little zigzag wiring, and that's why I sorted my extra wire, brought it over here and have it connected here to this antenna. Basically it gives a little bit more range but not too much. So now how I was able to make the LEDs work. That's located down here on the bottom of the speaker. Okay, so now we're moving forward. So back here, as you can see, these are my speaker terminals. So the way I have it set up is I have one negative and one positive on each speaker terminal. I don't have just the speaker on one side. I actually have one speaker wire here and another speaker wire on the other side, and one LED wire in here and the other one on this side. The reason why I decided to put it like that so it can have an equal, discharge. Basically, one side is not pushing out more than the other. And as you can see back here, the wires are connected all the way down to the bottom. So that's why you're able to see the LEDs, go with the base like smooth. And also I put some resistors on the LED, to prevent, from too much current going in, too much voltage. Because it's only rated at 16 volts and I'm pushing out 24. So if there's anything I did forget, please mention in the comments. I'll do my best to reply and explain myself a little bit better. I'm not perfect, I'm only human. Alright, so let's continue showing you how this awesome speaker came out to be an awesome project. Okay, so right here, as you can see, I got the batteries plugged in. You see 18.9, both batteries together. The power supply is off. I'm going to show you how it works. Because like I said, I made this speaker to be portable, not to be plugged into the wall. So I'm going to show you a quick free royalty song from YouTube and see how. And I'm going to show you how it sounds with just the battery. So here, I have it plugged in with the power supply. As you can see, it's 24 volts. So now I'm going to play another song so you can hear it.
I wish you was allowed to talk to my child. It's me.